That's why I can go back. Before it comes like this.
Hey! See that second back. That can hit you to see it. Hey! Hey! Don't go. Hey! God! Hey! That guy power go finish. Hey! Hey! How do I take help? Give me. Hey, see Percy. I bet me not much more. Hey! See Percy. Hey, see another one. Sit back. Hey, see me. See people. Where the man? Where the man? Hey. The man don't go. My guy, hey! Sir, erosion don't carry that man go. The man don't, the man don't go. Hey! Jesus! See the man back. Hey! Lift the bag. As the bag don't hook. Hey! Mama don't go. I demand get the bag. Hey! See the man back.
Now to Oyo State, where Peter Obi, the Labour Party's presidential candidate in the 2023 elections, recently paid a courtesy visit to the Olubadan designate, Rashidi Ladoja. During his visit, Peter Obi stated that Nigeria's history is incomplete without Ibadan. Praising the city's significant role in the country's development, Obi also expressed confidence that Ladoja, a former governor and senator, will bring his wealth of experience to his new role as the 44th Olubadan of Ibadan land.
Peter Obi visits Olubadan, the Senate. Like, according to Peter Obi, we have no any other country apart from Nigeria. Let us fix Nigeria. Please, somebody can say it in Peter Obi's voice so that it will be like, I'm not saying it the way he's saying it, but then the way I repeat it, it suits me for body. goodness God.
There you have it, Ayo. Peter Obi's visit is quite significant, especially in the run-up to the 2027 elections. It's a classic example of how politicians in Nigeria, regardless of their position, continue to build bridges with traditional institutions. It's common practice, right, Dr. Abati, for political figures to seek the blessing of traditional rulers, recognizing their immense influence and their role as custodians of culture and community. I want to take this reaction so that we can discuss this. This person, truth be told, wrote on X. This courtesy visit by Peter Obi and Badebo Rose Viber to the Olubadan designate is just another overhyped political stunt. It's not about unity. It's a desperate grab for relevance ahead of 2027. The crowd and traditional vibes won't change the fact that this is all for show. Empty promises as usual. Truth be told, this is more noise than substance. That's the ex-user there. Another person wrote, well, including today's generation in conversations like this is crucial, because Peter Obi mentioned that. It helps reshape and redirect Nigeria's future towards a better tomorrow. The coming together of experienced leaders and fresh voices gives hope for real progress. I mean, I love to see these sort of images though and optics. What are your thoughts?
All right, let me first of all, congratulations to now the Olubadan Vivadan, who's also an experienced politician in his own right, and now he's coming there. Former governor, yeah, an experienced politician. He was also quite influential in Oyo politics. But also to see Peter Obi, who has not yet said where he's going to or what he will do come 2027, go there to pay a courtesy visit, in respect of tradition. Now, to the first person who says, "Oh, this is just a political stunt," the truth is that you do the talk, you don't do the talk. Everybody's consolidating their base, whether it's through grassroots engagement ahead of 2027. Irrespective of what he decides to do, at least what he's showing is that he continues to connect to the people, whether from the south, the east, west, or north in Nigeria. This is what we need to see: more unity along ethnic divides. No, at the end of the day, one Nigeria. We promote that, and whatever he needs to do to ensure and to give a good signal to the people, I think it's fantastic, and I think it's good that he's done that visit.
More unity. Now to Niger State, where Governor Umar Bago has drawn swift reactions on social media after announcing that all preachers in his state must submit their sermons for review before preaching. Speaking during a live interview on Sunday, Governor Bago, who had recently banned unlicensed religious preaching, took the directive a step further. He said the state government also needs to know exactly what preachers will be saying to ensure they aren't spreading anti-people and anti-government sentiments. Well, let's take a look before we take some reactions.
The religious affairs said for anybody going to sermon on a Friday, he should bring his scriptures for review. And it's normal. Even in Saudi Arabia, it's done like that. We cannot say because you have been given opportunity to be a clergy, you go there and preach some gospels that are, anti-people, anti-government, and you think it's normal. We want to be able to see what they are preaching, hear what they are saying. We're working together with the security agencies, the Department of State Service, the police, the civil defense, and even the military.
I mean, this is incredible. He actually compared Nigeria to Saudi Arabia. I mean, this isn't the first time Niger State has imposed a level of oversight on public discourse. Last month, we discussed this. Governor Bago also directed the Commissioner of Police to seal off Badegi FM radio station over alleged incitement. Let me take some reactions to this story. This person wrote on X, while the Nigerian Constitution guarantees freedom of thought, conscience, and religion, it explicitly states that the government shall not adopt any religion as a state religion. It also allows for restrictions on fundamental rights for the purpose of maintaining public order and security. The legality of the governor's directive is therefore a subject of debate, but this policy is unprecedented in the level of government oversight as it introduces the contentious legislation over religious content, and this has drawn criticism from religious leaders and congregants who view this innocuous policy as an insidious infringement on constitutional protections. Another ex-user wrote, Mr. Governor, your duty is to protect the security and welfare of the state, not to intrude on people's rights of expression or dictate how they worship. Your responsibility is to ensure that regardless of what is preached in places of worship, peace and security are maintained. Have you now become a gospel police? Why try to regulate sermons instead of focusing on your core duty? Stay in your lane, safeguard the state, keep the peace, and separate government responsibility from religion. And I thought that was so
That was very powerful. Thank you so much. He summed my thoughts this way, that the governor of Niger State has been majoring in a lot of minors in recent times. There are many issues in Niger State that deserve his attention more than this. When it comes to religious freedom, we've often talked about it and how free it is here in Nigeria. Is guaranteed by the Constitution. Unfortunately, when you start to police, as it were, clerics, and comparing us to Saudi Arabia that is an Islamic state. Nigeria is supposed to be a secular state, but oftentimes we see again and again how leaders, governors, presidents choose used to police, what should be freedom and the right of choice for individuals in their state. Yes. Let me give him better, in terms of other areas to look at. Let's look at infrastructural development in Niger State. Let's actually talk about empowering the people enough with education to ensure that they have a better chance at life and aspiration. Let us look at, security challenges, the bandits, and the talk around the fact that some of them is steeped in ideological beliefs or even religious beliefs. Let us address those things and not talk about how, and you know what he said? He said, so that we can check out whether the sermon is anti-government or anti-people. It is also a covert way of clamping down on free speech, even amongst the people, so that no one will criticize him or say anything that does not agree with his government or his person. We need to nip this in the bud. If not, after a fashion, Nigerians will just be docile. Whatever the leaders meet on the people is what they will accept. So that he allows the people to speak freely and lets him face governance.
Section 38 of the Nigerian Constitution guarantees the freedom of thought, conscience, and religion. In other words, if the government of Niger State is trying to control how pastors or clerics generally think, that would be a violation of their fundamental rights under Section 38. And a further violation is indicated in Section 39, which talks about freedom of expression. Now, I'm surprised that in Niger State, they have a Niger State Religious Affairs Department. Now, Section 10 of the same Constitution says that you cannot interfere with, there shall be no state religion. So what are they doing in that Religious Affairs Department? And we've praised Governor Bago before.
We have.
He promotes religious unity. We saw him twice, in fact, going to churches to sing, to even preach, to promote religious unity. Yeah. But to censor clerics will be a bit too far. Section 11, however, says, of the same 1999 Constitution, that there's something about public security, and nobody, whether you are a religious figure or whatever, you are not allowed to incite the public or to cause mayhem. So how do they in Niger State, walk the tightrope without censoring the rights of religious people under Sections 38 and Section 39.
These are the questions. I'll go to Katsina State now, and Rufai, we can tie it all together. We'll take the story in Katsina State, where reactions have trailed the peace deal negotiations between one of Nigeria's most wanted terrorists, Isaiah Kwashen Garwa, with the community in Faskari local government area of the state. The deal was announced on Sunday in a post on X by Zagazola Makama, a security analyst specializing in the Lake Chad region. In the post, Makama explains that for a long time, the terrorists had been linked to kidnappings, killings, and raids across forest areas in Katsina, as well as neighboring states. Reactions to the story have been divided. While some see the development as a chance to restore calm in long-troubled communities, others question the sincerity of the bandit leader, recalling the atrocities attributed to his group. I mean, look at this man out there holding a rifle. He's out there, Rufai, and meeting with community members. And this is the sort of conversations we're having right now in Nigeria. I'll take the reactions trailing this story. This is from an ex-user, wrote on X. Is the peace deal the required justice for the numerous lives that were wasted and are still wasting so many years of setbacks, not only for the direct victims of insurgency and the Northeast, but also for the country in general? Negotiating peace with bandits and enemies who held the entire country hostage for so many days is synonymous with encouraging others to constitute themselves into groups to wage war against the country with the mindset of being granted amnesty after so many years of infiltrating havoc and destroying lives. Meanwhile, a peace deal that was intended to end years of violence in Nigeria's northwest has collapsed after bandits abducted 40 worshippers in Zamfara state. The peace pact had been signed on August 28 between community leaders and bandits in Katsina state. However, less than a month later, gunmen attacked a mosque in Gidantobe village in Safe local council and abducted dozens of worshippers during morning prayers on Monday. Despite the setback, the Katsina state government is saying they support community-driven pacts with repentant terrorists, but maintain a policy of zero negotiation. What sort of contradiction is that? Rufai.
So when you see a society that the oppressors are beginning to have a very free reign, and the people that the government ought to protect, the government can't protect them, so they try to look for deals with their oppressors. These are vestiges of a dysfunctional society. You will have thought that this government will focus on that, but they'll never focus on that. They'll focus on politics. And that's why they were doing elections in Zamfara State, 5 local governments. I can't still process that thing. They deployed officers from Gombe and other parts, military officers, battalions were there. Insecurity, you will never see that kind of mass deployment. You see, because number one, the government doesn't really care about you that much. So you are left in the hands of kidnappers and bandits. You have to beg them for peace deal. And that's the dysfunctional society we live in. And it's that kind of dysfunctional society that breeds people like Bago. That Badegi FM held his feet to the fire. He felt no other thing to do. He said he was going to demolish the station. Thank God Badegi FM didn't call to him. You know how many media stations that have cowed to dictators and outright bullies in this country? They took him to court and he was repelled. Now he wants to look at the sermons of preachers. At a point, if care is not taken, I'm not saying he has done it, but at this rate, maybe he'll start looking at all the phones and the call log of everybody because he wants to censor thoughts. The best antidote to react, if they say you're not doing well, is to do well. But in a large regard, in a very big aspect, yes, he has gotten some successes right in agriculture, but in trampling of rights and things like that, he has not done well.
Yeah.
And we have to tell him what it is. In that interview, he made many blunders. And please, his chief press secretary should walk him about what they call image. He thinks he's straight talking, but he says a lot of rubbish. Just like what he said in that interview, that Borgu local government is bigger than the entire Southeast. Empirically, it was proven to be wrong. Borgu local government is not bigger than the entire Southeast. Right. So is this not the same man that told his police orderly to slap an imam or something? Yes, and the next thing, his reaction was, oh, he was an imposter. So even if it's an imposter, you say they should slap people like that?
All right.
So, you see, we have a dysfunctional society that celebrates dictators, give them a free rein to rule, to lead, to hurt, to demean. And we are meant to go and say rankadede to dictators. And when you speak out, you are told that you are not patriotic, and they will couch it around religious and tribal lines.
I mean, this is the situation that we have in our hands at this point. We have this terrorist leader who is actually number 9 on the DSS list, most wanted, and he's out there. His pictures are there, and he's negotiating with the community. It is unfortunate. It is unfortunate. We have a picture of the man
bandit there. Was given chieftaincy
title.
And the government officials were invited to the ceremony, and they attended it. Is it not the same country where they were giving bandits wives? One state was organizing women for them. That if they got married, they would be...
Look at the military fatigue the guy is wearing.
Come on.
If you dare wear that camel, the military will beat you blue-black in public. But look at him wearing a military cap.
Unacceptable.
It's the audacity and boldness of impunity. That's
bandits and terrorists are criminals.
They are.
They do not deserve jollof rice. They do not deserve chieftaincy titles.
Yes.
They do not deserve any form of negotiation.
No.
The law of the land must be made to follow its course.
Well said, Dr. Abati. Well said.
I have seen the president. Can we unite and love each other? Yes. And help to build a better country. We have no other country except this one. And we must all build it together.
Action sparked social media. On the previous video, first video that my viewers, my audience watch about the man swam into the flood out. It was raining heavily, and I think they were not able to rescue him. And the car, a lot of people talked about it. Why did he enter the water when he saw the flood? Why did he enter the rain? Why didn't he stop? Everybody has their opinion, but then again, this person said, you see, sometimes we do think we are wise. You forgot to hear to warning. You open your eyes clearly and saw the level of that water. Still, you put head inside it. Is that not stupidity? I wonder if we both came from the same heaven. God, why? God, please help us. God, I beg you. You won't try water. I dey fear who know they fear water. See me for you to help. Oh, bad thing no go see us. Fear better pass some risks. Yes, so things are happening. Things are happening yesterday. That man like this, see the man number, see the man plate number, see the man machine, see, guys, things they happen, guys, like this person, just like that, you don't go. The body of that man was washed away by erosion in Ekpoma. Ekpoma has been found. I mean, Nigeria not happens to also. There shall be no RIP in your household. There shall be no, because he went out to go and make money. But then again, he thought that he will come back successful. Kai. Things don't happen. No, things don't happen. Things don't happen. Like it don't happen. See person, see another one, see Pike, see me. I beg, that man that was making that video cracked me up. Like, he was just so heartbreaking. The body of that man who was washed away by erosion yesterday, 15 September, is in Ekpoma, has been found and taken out of a barrow pit. Why was he trying to save his bike? This could have been avoided. Are you sure? Did he survive? No, he was found earlier today inside a barrow pit. But the man been still old there. Keep before that guy hit them now. Nigerians saw this flooded and enter. What is wrong with you? Everybody will be blamed. A lot of people will have their opinion because you are not there. What you saw looks simple, but if it happens here, it's not looking simple anymore. It's only take understanding and snap somebody. If you're a good swimmer, hey, you know that you can. Maybe by God's grace you can overcome it. But if you are not a good swimmer in this kind of a thing, hey, nobody is to be blamed. Even me watching online, see, I was like, why? Now wow, may his soul rest in peace, because he was looking for food for his family and for himself, and now things happen. Nigeria happens, flooding happens, erosion happens. Thank you, viewers, for watching up to this point. Thank you, audience. I really appreciate your massive love and support. Please kindly subscribe, like, and share while you turn on your post notification bell so that each time we drop a video, you'll be the first to watch. Okay, I would love to see you in my next video. Peace and love always. Remain blessed.